Mike Tomlin ain't got time to tell people to go to meetings. Mike Tomlin not going. Mike Tomlin expects you to attend meetings. Mike Tomlin expects you to do your job. Okay, he expects you to be a professional football player. He treats people like men. He treats them like adults. And sometimes guys on the younger side might abuse that. They might abuse.
They're not ready for it.
That. They're not ready for it. And so, again, go back to losing to the Patriots at home. They lost to the Patriots and the Cardinals in consecutive weeks. I'm like, damn, like Mike Tomlin.
And then they lost to the Colts.
Right.
Right. Then they lose.
So it's like
did they lose three? Was it three straight? Was it?
They would.
Patriots,
no, you're right. It was.
I think it was.
That's it.
Yeah,
it was Cardinals, Patriots, Colts on a Saturday night. You're absolutely right.
Gave up on.
Then they win the
Bye-bye.
Then they win the last three. Obviously, Baltimore folded up shop at Week 18, but they all count.
Yeah.
Here's Mike Tomlin with yet another winning season, yet another non-losing season. Never had one. Can't say that enough. But it's like they look like they were going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. It looked like there was a disconnect. It looked like the Steelers had lost their way. Not that he had lost the team, but that he had lost their way. They certainly lost who they thought was going to be their starting quarterback. And here comes a guy who I'm going to give you credit. I'm not saying he's like the second coming. He ain't Bradshaw. He ain't Roethlisberger. I'm going to give you credit. You always had a thing for Mason Rudolph. Am I remembering that correctly? You always thought he had a little shit to him. You thought Mason Rudolph, you thought Mason Rudolph could be something. And here they are with Mason Rudolph. Not even Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph, no TJ Watt though, so it might be a short playoff stint, but nonetheless, it's like this, you start to say this a lot when it comes to Hall of Fame coaches. It happens a lot with Belichick, where it's like picking your favorite child. Oh, this is Belichick's best coaching job, until the next best coaching job. I can't imagine Mike Tomlin has done a better coaching job than the one he did this year. For all the talk about like, because there was some noise about like whether Pittsburgh was like, not that community, you know it better than I do, not that they could ever run a coach out of town. That family, that organization, they got blinders and earmuffs on when it comes to public pressure. That's why they've had 3 coaches in the last 100 years or whatever it is, right? So that's what it feels like. They don't cave to public pressure, but nonetheless, it felt like, oh, this could be it. And who knows, it could still be. But if Mike Tomlin goes out, he goes out proving once again that like you can't have a credible conversation of best coaches of his era and not mention that man, because players coach when you're struggling tends to have a negative connotation. He's been consistently who he is, and they've consistently won or not lost, if you prefer, consistently won over the years with him just being him and players following him. Like, as Najee Harris said to me, and he said it publicly, like, they're not 10-7 in spite of Mike Tomlin. They're only 10-7 because of Mike Tomlin. If not for Mike Tomlin, God only knows where they would be and what they would be.
Mike, it's an incredible year. It's really an incredible year for the Steelers. The journey, I can't believe their season just started in September. It really seems like this would be a show you would binge, and this would be like season 3 or season 4 because you've been through so much. You're like, remember when this happened?
Night. You ever watch Suits?
What's that?
I just started Suits last night.
But I can't watch it now. I can't watch her because I just can't. It's just mentally.
Something I miss?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
We'll talk
as you were saying. As you were saying. You have a
so
type.
You think about.
You have a type.
About all the years.
What are you talking about? You're right. You have a type.
What do you mean?
You have a type. You do. You have a type.
We're not doing this.
You do.
We're not doing this.
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. We can leave it there. We can leave it there.
Nope.
But you have a type.
Nope.
That's all. Okay. You were saying.
Anyway.
Mike Tomlin.
You think about what they've been through. You think about what they've been through this year. You've used all 3 of your quarterbacks. All 3 of your quarterbacks. You've gone from Kenny Pickett to not Mason first, then it was Trubisky, and then it was Mason Rudolph. You had the offensive coordinator situation where you replace Matt Canada, and then you say, leadership is lonely. I made the decision. So you got all the Tomlinisms. And then here's the thing. Why do people think he lost the team? Because George Pickens said after Indianapolis, hey, I didn't make that block for Warren because I didn't want to get hurt. So George Pickens, everybody's given up not only on the Steelers, but back to George Pickens. Hey, this is why he was available in the second round. This is why he was there out of Georgia. They knew this at Georgia too. He's that guy. He comes back in the next game against Cincinnati and dominates. And then you heard the clip. A lot of people have heard the clip already in the Seattle game where Tomlin goes up to him and say, come on, Pickens. Just go out there and make another play. Get us out of here. And he does. Makes another play to helps them seal that victory. So not only was he able to use the entire roster, make a tough coaching decision, but he was able to rein back in a player that a lot of coaches, that's it. Once a guy admits that publicly, a coach feels like, and we can talk about it now or talk about it later, a coach feels like he's got to dance for the media as opposed to getting through to the players. So these coaches do these things where it's performative. I want to make sure fans and media see that I'm taking a tough stance, or another player or another team sees that I'm taking a tough stance. Meanwhile, my players are like, what's up with that? Are you trying to communicate with me, or are you just trying to look good in public? He has gone deep into his bag this year. I think it is his best coaching season. Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.